YouTube, welcome back. Today we have this problem. I would say it's one of the easiest problems, but the problem with this problem is it looks from the beginning it looks quite hard. It looks quite complicated, but it's really easy one. Given a zero-based permutation, nums, zero indexed, builds an array called ANS of the same length where ANS nums of I nums nums of I, each element nums ans of I, the element of I, the each element of ans equals the value of each index of nums. Okay, so let's just I will talk about this in details because this is actually where it makes things confusing. And for each 0 less than I and bigger than I or equal 0 and less than nums.length, and return it. So for example, we have this array. It's 0 2 1 5 3 5, and you should be have 0 1 2 4 5 3. Okay, so what's happening? Let's just take this one and put it here. So look at this one. So let's see that we have ANS. Right now it will be an empty array. And we have the nums, which will be equals this one. Okay, so ANS of 0, the first one, which is, it will be ANS of 0, which will equals ANS of 0 will equals nums of, I would say, let index value will equals, because index value will equals this one, nums of I. So nums, it's equals nums of I, because nums and nums, this will make you confused, but if we did it like that, I guess it will become way more easier to understand. So we have let index value equals nums of I, and nums of I, it's equals 0. I here equals 0, so it will be nums of 0, and nums of 0, it's 0. Okay, so this one will be 0. So nums of index of 0 will equals nums of I. So first one, it will be 0. Okay, if we did the second, let's look at the second. So I right now will equals 1. So I will equals 1, and the index value, it will be nums of I. Okay, and nums of 1 equals 2. Okay, and the index value will be 2. So ans of 1 will equals 2, so it will be equals this value, it will be equals 1. And okay, let's continue. The next one will be ans of 2, and ans of 2. Okay, let's just see, get the index value first. So ans of 2 will equals 1, and the ans of 2 will equals nums of 1, because we put the index value in here and as in nums, and we will have nums in s just will be 2, and so on so forth. So the solution of this problem, it's really easy and it's really simple. It's 4 lines of code. So I will say, first of all, I'll just let array of the result to equals new array. It will be from nums dot length. Okay, and after that I will say for let I equals 0, I less than nums dot length, and I plus plus, and I will say the result of I will equals nums of nums of I, and I'm returning the result. That's it. But you have to just first look at my description to the problem to understand what this all about. It's a pretty straightforward, it's pretty easy, but you just have to understand this nums of I in nums of I makes it looks quite confusing, but it's really not that confusing at all. It's a pretty easy one. So that's it for this problem, and I hope that my description was quite good, and see you in future problems.